What's up, everybody? Kasey Wells here, your independent write-in presidential candidate in 2020, and I want to talk to you about money today. In my previous video, I talked a little bit about the Federal Reserve System and the origins of the Federal Reserve System and how they are involved in our money supply. But today I want to talk to you about a different topic and revolving around money, because money is what makes the world go round, you know. Money is the root of all evil, as they say, and money is the biggest thing that is holding us back from funding whatever programs we want to fund for public good. Like, I want to fund universal basic income, but the biggest criticism I get to that is like, Kasey, where are we going to come up with the funding for that? And I'm not promoting funding it through raising taxes. I'm promoting it by going at the source of the money and funding it directly from the source. And so to do that, I want to end the Federal Reserve and take over their responsibilities and have the U.S. Treasury issue money directly to programs that we want to fund. That way we wouldn't have to raise taxes to do it. We could fund it directly. But that's not what I want to talk to you about in this video. This video, I want to talk to you about the over-the-counter derivatives market. And if you haven't heard of that, I encourage you to go online, watch the Frontline special called The Warning. In it, it gives about an hour-long, documentary about the over-the-counter derivatives market, and it gives you a very clear, concise idea of what is going on there. Now, I'll try to break it down for you in the next 2 or 3 minutes here. I can tell you that the over-the-counter derivatives market is a dark market, and it is outside of any government oversight. It has no transparency. There's stocks or bonds or contracts or whatever it is that are traded back and forth between these big corporations. I believe it's like JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Citibank, and Goldman Sachs, I believe, are the ones that hold the majority of the shares of the contracts or whatever they are that are traded back and forth in the over-the-counter derivatives market. It's hard to know exactly what they're called, I guess, because it's a dark market, and from what I understand, the contracts are traded back and forth just verbally. It's not even on paper. Yet this market is valued at over $700 trillion in 2009. I believe it's gone up and down since then, and I speculate it's still around that region, around $700 trillion. That is so much money. Like, what could that possibly be? And the only thing that I can come up with that makes any sense to me of what that money constitutes is it is all of the home loans that have been given out by those big banks, all of the student loans or car loans or credit cards, or all of the debt that has been created by those big banks. You see, the big banks are allowed to give out 10 times more money than they actually have in assets or have in deposits through fractional reserve banking. You can look that up if you want. Fractional reserve banking. It allows banks to give out 10 times more money than they have in deposits. It's just digital dollars that they push into somebody's account. For like a home mortgage, for example, it's your signature on that document that creates that money. It's your pledge that you will return that money back to the bank is what creates that money. The bank then just sends in digital dollars into your account, and you are then obligated to pay that back. And if you don't meet that debt obligation, the bank will take up ownership over your home without having really paid anything for it. That is crazy. I can also tell you, I didn't mention it in the other video, but the Federal Reserve now, their biggest asset is home mortgages. It ballooned in 2008 when the housing market collapsed, and now they're purchasing mortgage-backed securities like never before, and they're preparing to again take great ownership over our property through these fraudulent contracts they obligate all of us under. So what I'm saying is, we owe zero. We do not owe that debt. This is pure debt slavery. Anybody that has a credit card or all those other loans that are wrapped up into the over-the-counter derivatives market, well, I want to end the over-the-counter derivatives market, reset the debt, and give everybody their property back. that is associated with that market, because that is a predatory system that is preying upon we the people. We owe zero because they never had that money in the first place. It didn't come out of their assets. It is our signatures that created that money. So if we end it and take the power back to issue currency and give the American people a say over how our government is directed, and if the government is in control of the money, again, we would have all the money in the world to finance projects for public good. And why not? Why not use or redevelop the monetary system to work for we the people rather than these private bankers? Why not create a monetary system that helps uplift people out of poverty rather than a monetary system that obligates people under debt slavery? It is so wrong. And if they can do it that way, you know, in this evil, predatory way, why can't we transform it to do it in a good way? A way that frees people and uplifts people and helps them meet their basic needs. And so, you may have never heard of the over-the-counter derivatives market, but that's what I'm here to tell you, is we got to take the power back. We got to end this market. We got to end the Federal Reserve. And we got to transform our monetary system to work for we the people. And if you like that idea, if you want to be free from debt slavery, you got to help me spread the word. Write in Kasey Wells in 2020. I promise you, I'll be one of the final 15 to 20 candidates. I've gotten registered in every state I possibly can, and I am an option. I am here to help uplift the people and to change this country for the better. And so if you'll help me spread the word, God bless you all. Keep the faith. Trust me, believe me, we can do this together if we band together as one. One people, one nation, serving God's will to protect and serve God's people. All right, God bless you all. Thank you for watching. Take care. I'm out.